Well, I'm going to try this for the third time and keep getting interrupted by the wind or something happens here. We're standing at a pretty famous part. We're along Seminary Ridge at the site of the North Carolina Memorial. This is where the Confederates formed up. Remember, they came in through Chambersburg Road, Chambersburg Pike on the first day of the battle. And that was July 1st, this being Gettysburg. And remember, on the first day, the Union forces were pushed back over here to Cemetery Hill and Cemetery Ridge, which is about 3/4 of a mile over in that direction. This is the ridge. If you look back there, you can see it's a little high. The ground here is higher. This is where the Confederates formed up. To give you that in a little bit better diagram, and hopefully it won't get interrupted here again. This was the first day. Remember, the Confederates coming in from the north and west, the Union forces here. They got pushed back to where in the second day they formed lines, as you can see here, Union forces, and this led by General Meade, by the way. And this is Gettysburg here. And the Confederate forces were formed right along this ridge where we stand now. Okay? And this particular formation over here was led by Longstreet. But what's famous about this right here, and I wish I could pick out the exact place, but it said on the third day, okay, the Federal forces are over there about 3/4 of a mile away. And on the third day, the Confederate Army had cannon all along this ridge. And they opened fire on the Union Army. And then the Union returned fire. And it lasted for 2 hours. And 270 cannons thundered. And then at about 3 p.m. in the afternoon, they ceased the cannonade. And Confederate infantry, commanded by Brigadier General James Pettigrew, seeing if he's here. Yeah, here's Pettigrew up here. Okay, so he's on the left flank, okay, of the Confederate forces. And Major General Isaac Trimble, and let's see if I can find Trimble. He's not listed here, but anyway, he's behind Pettigrew. They formed up ranks in the fields behind us and marched through these trees along this ridge. They formed up back here. And then to the right, Pickett. Let's see if Pickett is here, just to our right. And he did the same. He formed up. And then Longstreet, the Confederates set out and charged across this field, which became known as Pickett's Charge. And I think most of the Confederates got wiped out in that. So I guess that's why this spot is rather famous. Okay, move on. I think this is kind of the depiction of it. In this North Carolina Memorial for Jane, I guess, representatives of the United Daughters of the Confederacy dedicated this on July 3rd, 1929. North Carolina sacrificed more sons for the Confederacy than any other state at Gettysburg. Of about 14,000 of her soldiers engaged, more than 6,100 were killed, wounded, or missing. So that's why this memorial is here to North Carolina.